Hello YouTube, Internet, world. My name is Justin Bartlett and welcome to the first ever episode of Dime Store Cinema, the show in which I talk to you about low-budget, independent, foreign, and classic film. I give you my 2 cents so you can decide whether or not it's worth your dime. Our first movie review is on the 2015 soon-to-be cult classic, Turbo Kid. This is a crazy, non-cynical, fun love letter to the 80s and early 90s. It's Rad meets Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, meets Hardware, meets Hobo with a Shotgun. Speaking of Hobo with a Shotgun, the executive producer of this movie, Jason Eisner, was one of the directors of Hobo with a Shotgun. And since we're already on the topic of Hobo with a Shotgun, I will say that even though these two are in the same vein, Hobo with a Shotgun is a little better. Mainly just because of the writing. The writing is a little better. It's not as derivative. This movie is very derivative. Most of the ideas are paying homage to previous things, to things that have come before it. I think what really makes it work in this case, though, is it's not a cynical homage. It's the best form of nostalgia. It's the type of nostalgia that somehow Stranger Things tapped into. An example of some of the writing, one of the best lines in the movie is the robot Apple being given a weapon for the first time. And she says, "This is my gnome stick." Clearly a reference to Army of Darkness, which is a brilliant film, no doubt. And this is clearly paying homage to it. Now let's just for a second think about the name Apple, a robot named Apple. It's a little on the nose. It was fun though, and her character was great. That actress, her reaction to it is beautiful, and it's wonderful to see. I will say this is probably the closest we'll ever come to a live action Adventure Time, and I'm okay with that. I personally love that show. So seeing a live-action version of it is a lot of fun. If you like Hobo with a Shotgun, or Tokyo Gore Police, or Ichi the Killer, you'll probably really like this movie. I had a little bit of problem with the ending. It's not that I didn't like the ending. I just thought that it didn't really fit with the rest of it, and I'm gonna make huge spoilers. Apple gets killed. What's annoying about it, though, is that she got killed in a previous scene, and he just put her head on a different robot body, and she came back to life. It didn't really make much sense with the damage that she receives to her body somehow kills her head as well at the end. And we know from just a half hour before in the movie that if you move the head onto a different body, she comes back. So it was kind of like, just not have that actress for long enough to film it the rest of the way? Or did you just want to do that typical indie film thing where someone dies? I don't know. It's fine. To be real with all of you, this isn't a movie that most people will like. And you'll see with the films that I review, most of them are probably not films that everyone would like. But that's why I'm here, because I think that mainstream movies and wide release movies, they get a lot of attention. Some great talent, far better than I will ever be reviewing them. You have people like Chris Stuckman, you have Alicia Malone, you have the people from Screen Junkies. So I'm here to talk about the movies that maybe fly under the radar, the low-budget films and the weird and the niche films, like this movie, like Turbo Kid and Antiviral and Tokyo Gore Police. You know, that's the kind of stuff that I wanna review. I wanna talk to you guys about. And Turbo Kid is a perfect example. So if you see that and you hate that movie, you're probably not gonna really be into a lot of the movies that I do. But I am gonna do some classics, some more serious stuff. So, you know, you might get into that, like Seventh Seal, those kind of movies. I suggest if you're into the low-budget, ultra-violent comedy, nostalgic romp, then this is the perfect film for you. Thank you for watching my first video. Please subscribe, please like, leave your comments. I live for your validation.